Sarah. It's kind of funny how something happens in the fandom every single day, but then again, we're used to it. So here's the latest news that's been happening in the past couple days. Video, I talked a lot about Louis and Danielle at the airport, getting papped, being seen, the whole stunt. But there's more information to follow up on that. Okay, so the first thing we saw was a picture of Louis holding this bag. And people are thinking that this is the same bag that Harry has. Alright, so this Harry picture is being compared to this Louis picture. If we look at the picture of Harry, the bag looks lighter because of the camera flash. And then the bag that Louis is holding looks a lot darker. Also, if you look at the straps, they look a little bit different too. So it is possible that these could be the same bag. But when I keep looking at both the bags, they just look similar, but they might not be the same. Also, speaking of that picture of Louis, this person says, I want to discuss the fact that Louis' hair is now longer than Harry's because I can't sleep at night thinking about it. That's so true. Harry's hair has always been the longest in the band, and now Louis' is finally longer than Harry's. I mean, I'm not even used to that. I know in my last video I was talking about how miserable Louis looked, but here's some other pictures of Louis at the airport that I didn't show in my last video. This caption says, he looks miserable. How do people not see that? He looks dead inside, and people are going around saying he looked way worse with Eleanor. It's the exact same blank look. Tired expression, down tilt to his mouth. We've seen him happy, that's not it. It's August, aren't we all tired to only see this boy when he has to stunt? I'm tired, I can't even imagine how done he is. So yeah, even though in my last video I was talking all about Louis being miserable and looking miserable, I didn't see these pictures. So even though I knew Louis looked miserable before, these pictures are more of a confirmation. Also, speaking of Louis, there's been news that he won't be allowed to take pictures with fans at that airport anymore. Now, I don't know what caused this. Maybe it was his team of people's decision, but a lot of articles have been talking about it. So it says, Louis Tomlinson reveals the real reason he won't take pics with fans at the airport. It says, Louis is one of the most famous pop stars in the world, so naturally One Direction fans everywhere want photographs with him. While arriving in London, Tomo told fans waiting at the airport for him that he won't be taking photos with them. Don't worry, it has nothing to do with the fandom. He told Directioners that the airport doesn't want him to take photos with fans any longer, and that the exit he used is private. When the fans apologized for being there, he reportedly said, oh no, it's okay, it's not your fault, but please spread the word so people will stop coming here. And it says a fan still managed to snap a few photos of him and he looked like the normal cheery self. So Louis is the nicest and cutest person ever. It's so nice that the fandom is trying to respect the wishes of the airport. Louis broke the news in such a sweet, charming way, but we wouldn't have expected anything less. It says he's apologized to fans again this week. The One Direction member notorious for fan photos has been told to cool it by a London airport in an attempt to make his exit from the terminal more private. Never one to shy away from a selfie, Louis was given a slap on the wrist for his dedication to Directioners and decided to break the news to them personally. It seems he isn't allowed to stop for them in London Heathrow Airport anymore. One fan tweeted about the incident and told social media users that Tomo was kind enough to explain why he couldn't stop to speak with them. So that's interesting. So the only airport where Louis isn't allowed to take photos with fans is this London Heathrow Airport. I mean, in the article, they never really explained why Louis couldn't take fan photos in that airport. Is it because it's more crowded? And also, don't Louis and Harry have a house in Heathrow? Maybe they don't anymore, but I remember Harry had a house there. I just find it funny that when Louis travels alone, they say no pap photos, but when he travels with Danielle to the New York City airport, it's like, yeah, he's allowed to take photos. It's kind of suspicious to me. This person says, isn't it weird that when Louis came to London today, he wasn't papped, but when he's with Danielle, the paps are everywhere? Exactly, because at any other airport, Louis is allowed to get papped because he's with Danielle, but when he's by himself, oh no, he can't get papped. So it seems like the rules change depending on who he's with. I bet if he was with Harry, he wouldn't be able to get papped. Okay, so let me get this straight. Louis and Danielle went from LA to New York City during the weekend, and now Louis flew from New York City to London by himself. Wow, he's traveling a lot. And I think Harry might be still filming for Dunkirk, and I don't know where he's going afterwards, because I know he had filming to do in LA, but I'm not sure where he is now. Hopefully he'll be going back to London. But then I saw this tweet. It says, isn't it funny how Danielle is in London spending time with Louis' family after relatives spent time together last week, Gemma, Lottie, etc. So I think they're basically trying to say it's the whole cycle thing again. Like we had Gemma and Lottie, the in-laws, hanging out with each other, and now Danielle is supposedly spending time with Louis' family. I mean, do we even have proof that Danielle is spending time with Louis' family? Like, how do we know? Are there pictures? Did Jay post something? Also, speaking of Danielle, in the article I was reading before, there was a section in that article that was talking about Danielle and Louis living together, and this is what this person said. They said the article makes it sound like Louis and Danielle bought his place together and quotes the price even higher. It also puts them together at Hamilton, New York City, although pics show only him. Seems unlikely to me that she would have close to that amount of cash. Also, he's been clear that he's not engaged. Doubt they jointly buy a house. Yeah, so the media is really trying to push the story of Louis and Danielle definitely living together and trying to make it seem like they could be engaged. And I'm not even saying this because I'm a Larry shipper. I'm just saying I don't even think Louis is ready to get engaged, especially to Danielle. But I don't know why. This kind of reminds me of the whole Eleanor thing. Like, how much money does Danielle actually have? Like, I know she's an actress, so this is a little bit more believable than the Eleanor thing. So it's obvious that Danielle would have more money than Eleanor ever did because she actually is in the entertainment business. I think out of Louis and Danielle, Louis would have the most money, but I don't know. I can see Danielle having a good amount of cash because, as I said, she's an actress, so I don't really think she's mooching off of Louis as much as maybe Eleanor did, because Eleanor was just a college student, and we were wondering, how does she have all this money for plane rides and to go to concerts and just do everything with Louis? And then we were thinking, well, she's a beard, so obviously Louis' team of people probably pays her because that's her job, or she mooches off of Louis. Because Eleanor wouldn't have that much money to go to Starbucks every single day along with everything else she did. So I think Danielle's a little different in this case because she actually might have the money to support herself and not mooch off of Louis with anything. But who knows, even if Danielle still has a lot of money, she could still be mooching off of Louis. Also, there's been suspicion that Louis and Danielle went to go see Hamilton together because Louis recently tweeted, "Wow, watched Hamilton musical last night, genius cast." And then Danielle on her Instagram posted a picture of the Hamilton cast booklet. And it was around the same time, so it made it look like they went together, and maybe they did. To be honest, when I saw this, I didn't even freak out. I wasn't even mad. If Louis had fun at the play and if Danielle was there, that's great. As long as Louis felt happy being there and he chose to do that and it wasn't forced, then that is fine with me. If Danielle is just a really good friend of Louis, then sure, they can go to a musical together. And judging by Louis' tweet, it sounded like he had a fun time, but then again, we never had pictures. Now regarding Harry Styles. I usually don't like to read Inquisitor articles because they spew a lot of bullshit, but this article says 50 Cent warns Harry Styles he is losing millions with One Direction break. Harry Styles is rumored to have accepted yet another acting position for a Mick Jagger movie, and 50 Cent sees this as a sign that One Direction has moved in the wrong direction. According to Daily Star, 50 Cent stated in an interview on August 19th that they should reform as quickly as they can because One Direction can reform in 5 or 6 years, but they are a phenomenon at the moment. But now is the time where they can add another 30, 40, 50 million dollars to their net worth. And it would be a mistake not to take advantage of that. Sadly, this news about Harry Styles and One Direction from 50 Cent only adds to suspicions that one day is officially over. According to Unreality TV, Niall Horan avoided questions about One Direction recently, and this drew anxiety from fans on Twitter. Are the days of One Direction truly circling the drain? According to Twitter, some fans seem to be worried that this is true, but are keeping hopes alive that Harry Styles and the gents will follow 50 Cent's advice as soon as possible to get One Direction back in the studio. Okay, so One Direction aren't breaking up. One Direction's break is about 2 years, and the filming for Dunkirk ends September. So don't you think that Harry might want to take advantage and do another movie? I mean, if acting is what makes Harry happy, why not go out for another movie? I mean, I've heard rumors about him being in this Mick Jagger movie, but it's never been confirmed true yet, so who knows if we should even believe it. So I actually encourage Harry to go out for this other movie if he wants to. But that doesn't mean the band is breaking up. This is only during the break, just like Liam is taking advantage of his solo career. But it's more like a solo project. It's during the break. It just means that One Direction are maturing. And also, why is 50 Cent really relevant in this? When did he become Harry Styles' mentor? Like, why are we listening to him? Like, does he really know the boys? 50 Cent is making it sound like fame is more important than their health. He's like, One Direction have to come back as soon as possible because they'll be getting more money, more fame. That's basically what he was saying. But 50 Cent has to realize that the boys' health and sanity and happiness is way more important than going years and years in the band and continuing to make music over and over, tour after tour. One Direction went 5 years straight producing albums and going on tour, and that's really tiring, and no other musician or band really does that. It's normal for people to take a break, and it's healthy too. And And if 50 Cent is so worried about One Direction staying in the limelight, well, I say that they still are in the limelight because Harry is doing this acting stuff. He's keeping himself in the media. Louis is obviously keeping himself in the media, kind of more in negative ways, but also positive. Niall's doing his own golf thing, and then Liam's doing music stuff, but we don't hear about Liam and Niall as much as Harry and Louis. The article goes on to say, in the meantime, Harry Styles continues to spend time away from One Direction by participating in charity. In addition to contributing his ponytail to the Little Princess Trust for patients living with cancer, Harry Styles is now giving away his blue jeans to an auction. According to Sugarscape, Harry Styles is one of the 100 celebrities donating on behalf of refugees for the International Rescue Committee. Currently, the bid for the Harry Styles pants is $250, and it is estimated that the bid will end up being between $19,000 and $27,000. Regardless, Harry Styles fans will have until around October 30th to cast their bid. Alright, right now in my bank account, I do have more than $200 and something. I mean, I do need to save for college, but I mean Harry Styles pants. So not only did Harry give away his hair, he's giving away his blue jeans. Now hear me out. I thought Harry Styles only had one pair of pants, you know, the ones with the holes in the knees. So if he's giving away those pants, I hope he has other pants left. I bet when Harry was selling these pants, he wasn't only like, oh, new hair, new me. He was like, new pants, new me. Harry's such a white girl. He's like trying to give away all his past stuff and create a new self. He's like doing New Year's resolutions in the summer. And now one last topic before I end this video. So this tweet says, excuse me, but I have a question because of this woman. So basically we saw this picture of this woman in the airport where Louis was getting off the plane, and we found out that this woman is Harry Styles' personal assistant or something. And we know this because we had pictures from a while ago with Harry with his long hair, and it shows him pushing a baby carriage and him trying to put it in the car, and that's because his PA assistant actually has a baby. So Harry pushing the stroller has nothing to do with Louis' baby. So this woman is in fact Harry's assistant. So the fact that she was waiting at this airport until Louis came off the plane, I'm wondering if Harry sent out his assistant to make sure Louis got off the plane okay. Or maybe Harry and Louis share an assistant. Because why else would Harry's assistant be waiting at the airport for Louis, or just like there at the same time, same place? So it's either they both share an assistant or Harry sent her to make sure Louis got off the plane okay. I'm hoping it's both. So I don't know the next time we're gonna be seeing this lady in photos, but I think we should keep an eye on her. But oh my gosh guys, I have to end it on this. Okay, so here's a picture of Louis and Eleanor from about 2013 maybe, and this was the way he was hugging her. Yeah, awkward and uncomfortable. And now look, awkward hug 2.0. This is Louis and Danielle awkwardly hugging in the airport, and I think it's Danielle. I can't see her face, but people are saying it is. I'm not sure if it's the timing of the photo, because he could have actually pulled her in a genuine hug, but maybe this picture just reflects a bad moment. We don't know. But what's the coincidence that every time Louis tries to hold a girl or hug a girl or show romance, it ends up just being like a chokehold? He can't hold women. He can't show that intimacy with them. At least that's what it looks like in pictures. It just looks so weird, and just the fact that it looks the same as the Eleanor picture. Like, this is literally same old shit but a different day. I mean, Eleanor and Danielle do have a lot of similarities, so it's not really a surprise to me. I mean, come on, it's 2016. Free Louis and Harry. Alright, so that's all I'm going to talk about for this video. If I missed anything, I'll just mention it in my next video, or you can leave it down below. And like always, I make a video whenever I want, so like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description, and I will see you guys later. Bye.